Welcome to the Electrical Engineering 2 DC Machines Part A. In Part A we are going to discuss about DC generators, and Part B we will be discussing about DC motors in the next video, in the next lecture. Coming to this DC generators, we are going to solve problems related to the construction of DC generators, and also related to the shunt generator, series generator, compound generator, short shunt, long shunt, basic problems, simply where we are going to evaluate the load current, shunt field current, armature current, induced EMF and flux per pole. All these things we are going to evaluate. The first problem is related to the construction problem, where we are having a 4-pole lap wound DC machine having 728 active conductors running at 1800 rpm with flux 30 milliwebers. We need to calculate the induced voltage in the armature winding. Then we need to calculate the same voltage, the same machine. We need to calculate the voltage induced if the machine is wound for wave wound. We know we are having two types of wounding. One is lap wounding, and the same armature winding can be wound as wave wounding. The next thing is we need to calculate the maximum power developed if it is designed to carry 100 amperes for lap wound. Maximum power developed if it is designed to carry 100 amperes. What is the difference between lap wound and wave wound? We will discuss it. Finally, we need to calculate the maximum possible torque for the lap wound DC generators. These 4 parameters we need to calculate. Let us go to the solution. First we will write the given data. The given data is number of poles 4, the machine is lap, where lap means in armature winding, the number of parallel paths in the armature winding is equal to the number of poles, then the machine is lap. Number of conductors, total number of conductors 728, the speed of the machine is 1800 rpm rated speed, and the flux per pole is 30 milliwebers. The flux present in the machine is 30 milliwebers. We need to calculate the induced EMF. Induced EMF or generated EMF is given by phi Zn by 60 into P by A. Pi is flux, Z is the number of conductors, and N is speed or revolutions per minute, which is equal to, substitute the value of flux, number of conductors, speed by 60 into, as it is a wave lap wound, number of poles divided by number of armature parallel paths in the armature. P is equal to A. Just substitute calculate it, simplify it, you will get 655.2 volts. Next we need to calculate the same EMF generated if the machine is wound for wave. Means the number of parallel paths in the armature winding will be equal to 2. Number of parallel paths A will be equal to 2. Substitute the same values. In place of A, substitute the 2 value. Then you will get 1310.4. Just double this voltage. We need to calculate the Pmax value. Pmax value is equal to induced voltage into Imax. Induced voltage, this is for lap wound. Hence 655.2 into 100, which is equal to 655.2 into Imax is equal to 100. How we got this Imax is equal to 100? It is given in the question. If you verify here, it is given as designed to carry 100 amperes. It means the maximum allowable current is 100 amperes. So we have taken 100 amperes per current into the voltage, which is equal to 65.52 kilowatts. Now the next parameter that we need to calculate is torque developed. Torque developed is equal to P developed by omega. P developed is P max that we have calculated, is the maximum value, divided by 2 pi n by 60. This is value divided by 2 pi, and speed is 1800 divided by 60, you will get 347.6 Newton meter. Coming to the second question, we are having a 8-pole DC shunt generator with 778 wave connected armature conductors and running at 500 rpm. Supplies a load of 12.5 ohms. This is the load which is connected across the terminals of the generator. Resistance at a terminal voltage of 250 volts. The armature resistance is 0.24 and the field resistance is 250. Find load current, shunt field current, armature current, induced EMF and flux per pole. For such type of machine, first we need to draw the equivalent circuit. How to draw the equivalent circuit? If we check the name of the machine, let us write the given data. Number of poles 8, it is a DC shunt generator. Z is equal to 778, number of conductors, speed 500 rpm. It is wave wound. As it is wave wound, number of parallel paths A is equal to 2. Load connected to the generator is 12.5. If we draw the equivalent circuit, shunt generator, shunt machine, it means armature winding and field winding are parallel to each other. When they are parallel to each other, it will be in this condition, and to these terminals a load is connected. A load is connected of RL, which is given here. Now it is a shunt machine, and this shunt machine is working as generator. When this machine is working as generator, we need to give mechanical input to the rotor of the generator, rotor of the machine. When we are giving mechanical input to the rotor of the machine, an EMF is developed. To utilize that, we are connecting a load. It means mechanical power is converted to the electrical. So the source is, the power is generated at this part and getting distributed. When the power is generated, developed at this part and getting distributed, current will flow from this and gets divided. Current will flow from the armature, start flowing from the armature and gets divided into the load and also the shunt field winding. So we can write it as, if we write the EMF equation in this part, source voltage EG is equal to, if we write the EMF equation in this circuit, it will be EG is equal to V plus IA RA. This is the source voltage EG, which is equal to drop voltages across the load and the drop voltage in the armature winding. Armature winding drop is IaRa. If we have a brush drop across this terminal and this terminal, it will be V brush. As we are not considering it, we will make it 0. And current is coming out from this. It means at this point, if you apply Kirchhoff's current law, Ia will be equal to, armature current will be equal to load current and the shunt field current. Load current plus shunt field current. So IL plus ISH. Now let us we need to play with Ohm's law, KVL, KCL. Okay. Now the first parameter that we need to calculate is the load current. If you check, the first parameter we need to calculate is the load current. How to calculate the load current? Load current IL is equal to voltage across this divided by the resistance. This is Ohm's law. So V by RL is equal to, voltage across this is given as 250. Is it specified? 250 volts. Yes, it is specified. 250 volts divided by RL is 12.5. You will get 20 amperes. Similarly, shunt field current ISH is equal to VSH by RSH. Voltage across this is equal to voltage across the load. These two are connected parallel. So this voltage and this voltage will be same. VSH by RSH. VSH is 250. RSH is also 250, which is equal to 1 ampere. Now we need to calculate the armature current. Armature current IA is equal to IL plus ISH. IL value, IA is equal to IL already we have calculated here, ISH we have calculated. Just substitute the value, we will get 21 amperes. Now induced EMF EG. This EG is equal to V plus IaRa. Terminal voltage plus IaRa. All this information we know. V is 250 terminal voltage plus current flowing in the armature 21 amperes into resistance Ra is equal to, what is armature resistance? 0.24, which is equal to 255.04 poles. The next parameter is we need to calculate the induced EMF. Sorry, we need to calculate the flux. We need to calculate the flux in the machine. So Eg is equal to, we know the relationship between flux and induced EMF. It is given by Eg is equal to 5Zn by 60 into P by EA. We need to calculate the flux. Flux is equal to the Eg that we have calculated here, Eg into 60 by A by Z into N into P. Eg value into 60 into 2 divided by, let's substitute the value of Eg, 60, number of parallel paths, it is a wave winding, hence it is 2 divided by number of conductors, speed into number of poles. You will get as 9.83 milliwebers. Coming to the third question, the same question but for a different machine. We are having an 100 kilowatts 230 volt series generator. Previously it was shunt generator, now it is a series generator. What does it defines? It defines that the field winding connection with the armature winding. It means the field winding is in series with the armature winding of the machine. Has an resistance of 0.1 ohms. The field armature resistance is 0.1 ohms, field resistance is 0.05 ohms. We need to calculate load current, series field current, armature current, induced EMF, developed torque and developed power at a speed of 1000 rpm. Let us check this. First write the given data. The given data is 100 kilowatts 230 volts DC series generator. RA is equal to 0.1 ohms, RSC is equal to 0.05 ohms, N is equal to 1000. First draw the equivalent circuit. How to draw the equivalent circuit? We have an armature winding, we have an field winding, both are connected in series. Why? In the question it is given as series generator. So armature winding in series with the field winding, and to the terminals of this machine a load is connected. That load value, is it specified? If we go to the problem, 100 kilowatts, he did not specify the load resistance, but he has specified this much power at this point. Now what we can do, let us apply, before going into the problem, let us apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law in this. If you apply Kirchhoff's voltage law, Eg is equal to voltage across this generator is equal to, across the machine, armature machine is equal to, armature of the machine is equal to terminal voltage V plus drop across the armature resistance and drop across this field winding. Drop across the armature resistance is IaRa, drop across this field resistance is ISC RSC. We know Ia and ISC are in series. This armature winding and field winding are in series. So current flowing in armature winding is equal to the current flowing in the field winding. Hence Ia is equal to ISC and the same current is flowing through the load. Hence we will write it as IL is equal to Ia plus ISC. Now first we need to calculate the load current. We specify calculate the load current and series field current. What is the load current? Load current through this is IL is equal to, we know VL IL power is equal to this power PL is equal to IL into V, from which we can write it as IL is equal to PL by V. Power at the load 100 into 10 cube divided by volts 230 volts, which is equal to 434.78. As it is a DC series machine, load current is equal to series current in the series field winding and current in the armature. Hence we can write it as 434.78. The next parameter is we need to calculate the armature current. Armature current is also same. Current flowing through the armature is also equal to current through the field winding and load current. Hence we will write it as IL is equal to ISC is equal to Ia 434.78. Eg is equal to 230 plus 434.78 into 0.05 plus 0.1. How we got this? From here we know Ia is equal to ISC, hence we will take it as common. Ia 434 into 0.05 plus 0.01 0.1 armature resistance and field resistance. We have, I think we have changed this to 0.1. This current, this resistance has been changed to 0.1. Yeah, it's right. Now we know terminal voltage V 230. If we evaluate, Eg is equal to 295.217 volts. What is the power developed? Power developed is equal to Eg into Ia, which is equal to 295.217, where we got from here, into Ia, current flowing through the armature. Where is power developed? Power developed is here. The source of the power is here. We are giving mechanical input to the armature, and electrical power is developed in the armature. So the power across the armature in electrical parameters will be voltage across the armature and the current flowing through the armature. So voltage across the armature and current through the armature. So voltage into current. We will get it as 128,354.44 watts, or you can write it as 128.354 kilowatts. The torque developed is power developed by omega, angular speed, power developed by omega 2 pi nt by 60, which is equal to power developed from here divided by 2 pi n, speed is 1000, it is given in the problem, 1000 rpm, it is given in the problem, 1000 by 60, which is equal to 125.17 Newton meter. Coming to the problem number 4, we are having a load of 7.5 kilowatts at a 230 volts is supplied by DC short shunt compound generator. We are having a short shunt compound generator. If armature, series and shunt field resistance are 0.04, 0.4, 0.3 and 100 ohms respectively, we need to calculate load current, shunt field current, armature field current, induced field current and load resistance. Let us write the given data. Load this much, voltage 230 volts, armature resistance 0.4, series field resistance 0.3 RSH, and it is a short shunt compound machine. Short shunt compound machine, it means what? The shunt field winding is connected only to the only parallel to the armature winding. If it is a long shunt, the shunt field winding will be in parallel to the series combination of armature and the series field winding. Just we need to draw the circuit based on the name of the machine. Here series generator means field winding in parallel to the armature winding. Shunt generator means field winding is series means field winding is in series with the armature winding. Shunt machine means field winding is parallel to the armature winding. And compound machine means we are having two types of compound machine. In addition to the field winding, an auxiliary field winding is also connected. Two field windings will be there. If it is a short shunt, the main shunt field winding will be parallel only to this armature. If it is a long shunt, it will be a in combination of parallel to the series combination of RSC and RA, armature winding. Now coming to the problem number 4, this is the equivalent circuit for a short shunt compound machine, and we are making to run this machine as a generator. We are giving electrical input, mechanical input here, and the output is electrical, because of which induced EMF Eg is present. When Eg is present and the circuit is closed, the current will flow from the armature winding Ia and gets distributed into the load circuit and also through the field circuit. Let us calculate the current through the load. The first parameter that we need to calculate is the load current. Load current is nothing but current through the load. So IL is equal to PL, power across this, it is given as 7.5 kilowatts divided by the voltage across this. So substitute 7.5 into 10 cube divided by 230, we will get it as 32.61 amperes. Now we need to calculate the shunt current. The same procedure. The voltage across this is voltage here, this total voltage. Why? Because this RSH is parallel to the series combination of load and also the series field winding. Series combination of load and the series field winding. So ISH is equal to VSH by RSH. VSH, the voltage across this, is equal to V plus ISC RSC divided by RSH. you will get it as 2 substitute the value of V, substitute the value of current, substitute the value of current through the series field winding. ISC is also equal to IL, hence we will be using this value ISC 32.6 into 32.6 into 0.3 divided by RSH. RSH is given as 100. You will get it as 2.39 amperes. What is armature current? Armature current is equal to ISH plus ISC, and we can observe that ISC and IL both are in series or in the same circuit, hence we can write it as ISC is equal to IL. Now the next parameter that we need to evaluate is armature current. IA is equal to IL plus IL load current plus ISH. IL plus ISH. You will get it as 32.61 plus 2.39, which is equal to 35 amperes. The next parameter that we need to calculate is induced EMF, which is equal to V plus ISC RSC plus IA RA. How we got this? In this circuit, in this loop, apply Kirchhoff's voltage law. If you apply Kirchhoff's voltage law, EG, the source voltage, is equal to drop voltage. Source voltage EG is equal to V plus ISC RSC plus IA RA. Just substitute the value of V, ISC RSC plus IA RA is equal to, you will get it as 253.78. Then we need to calculate the load resistance. RL is equal to VL by IL, which is equal to voltage is 230 volts. IL we have calculated it as 32.61, and you will get it as 7.05 ohms. The next parameter that we need to calculate is, the next question is the same parameters, but the machine has been changed. The machine is changed to long shunt. Previously it was series machine, short shunt. It was short shunt. Now we are going for a long shunt. Let us draw the circuit and write the given data. Long shunt. Now the machine is long shunt. It means the shunt field winding is in parallel to the series combination of field winding RSC, series field winding, and the armature winding. If you apply Kirchhoff's voltage law in this, EG is equal to V plus IA RSC plus IA RA. Hence we are written here. IA and IRSC current is same, but the load current is different. Okay. Now let us calculate what given data. PL is equal to 20 into 10 cube. Terminal voltage is 230 volts. Shunt field resistance 115, series field resistance 0.05, armature resistance 0.1 ohms. First we need to calculate the current through the load current. Load current is given by power divided by the voltage. Power is 20 into 10 cube divided by the voltage 230 volts. You will get it as 86.96 amperes. Shunt field current through this is equal to VSH by RSH. Voltage across this is 230 divided by 115, resistance 115. It is given in the problem, which is equal to 2 amperes. Now IA is equal to armature current. Armature current. If you apply Kirchhoff's current law here, you will get armature current IA is equal to IL plus ISH. IL plus ISH, which is equal to 86.96 plus 2 SH. We got it shunt field current as 2. You will get 88.96. Induced EMF EG is equal to V plus IA RA by Kirchhoff's voltage law in this circuit. So EG value to V value 230, IA 88.96 into RA plus RSC. RA value is 0.1, RSC value is 0.05. You will get it as 243.3 volts. This is voltage value. Then power developed is equal to EG into power. Where is the power developed? Power is developed in the armature winding. Hence voltage across the armature winding into current through it, current through the armature winding. You will get it as 21643.96 watts. You will get it as 21.64 kilo watts. With this we have finished the part A part of the sheet 2. In DC machines we have covered problems related to the DC generators. The problems related to the DC motors will be discussed in the next part, which is called sheet 2 part B. With this we conclude this. Thank you.